Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 Morning 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100. We back on the videogram. Today, we are your hosts, Harrison.
Thanks.
All right, so today we got a couple of fine gentlemen here. We got our elder statesman and we got our young blood here. So we get shares of where we're going to get this from. We getting post chains and civil wars, and we getting just the new word help. So y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves today.
Age before beauty.
Go ahead, youngster.
Age before beauty, man.
Well, I mean, I ain't new to the podcast, so John, stationed up here in Rhode Island. Ain't nothing new about it.
I'm Kendall, man. Stationed down here in Biloxi, Mississippi. Straight out of South Bend, Indiana.
John, how you got an Android laptop too? Your messages come up green. Your computer come up green. Like everything about you, nigga.
I don't do iPhone, dog. I don't do nothing Apple.
Shit ain't just no type of clear. I just be looking at this nigga and I just be like, I ain't never seen somebody so proud to take second place. But we don't get that enough credit. You know what I'm saying?
You just paying for the name by now. That's all you paying for.
You mad pixelated, bro.
You guys remember this is also like fucking, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years old too.
I just got a 20-cent MacBook Pro. What you saying?
He'll still look clear.
Like 4 or 5 years old. Plus the reception is bad. We're gonna blame it on the reception. You know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Nigga still got rotary connection. Hey man, hey y'all get off the phone in here. I'm trying to record. All right.
Dial up.
That's a little noise AOL used to make. You are in. Yeah, that motherfucker. So, all right, y'all, I'm ready for Zoom. But what's going down in y'all neck of the woods?
Man, whole lot of nothing, man. Skeleton crew at work. 2 days on, 3 days off, 3 days on, 2 days off type shit. It's been beautifully restful for me.
When y'all open it back up?
We supposed to start full speed top of the month. Just like, but we only taking patients by appointment now, so it's still gonna be slow for a little bit.
Yeah, at our clinic, we're only seeing post-op patients, and then as far as biomed go, we doing like 1 week on, 1 week off. So.
I got you. Hey, John, I heard you open up a OnlyFans too. You doing dick helicopters?
Why you being funny? I thought about it. I
know you was. You was like, hey y'all. It's
popping. You can't get those type of ideas, bro, because he really gonna do that shit.
Right. Yeah, I didn't thought about pornos before. Hey, listen, stop playing. Like you playing, like you making jokes. I didn't thought about it all.
That nigga that nigga gonna be sitting at us leagues talking about how y'all feel about this.
He's like, hey, should I spin it this way? You know, please, but I'm more of a lefty, you know.
I will block all you niggas.
Should I do the helicopter with it? You know, should I twirl it around or what?
I'm the type of person to do nasty ass shit, but then want like a real critique, right? He was like, hey, look, bro. So look, my toenail fell off because of scabbing and stuff like that, and then put you to toe. And they be like, should I put it in salsa water? Like, man, you should get the fuck off my phone, bro. I don't want to see this nasty ass shit. But I really think I can see you doing the OnlyFans page. He asked in all seriousness, should you start porno?
I really thought about OnlyFans for real. I'm like, how much would I get? And you know what? The idea didn't come from me. It came from one of my friends. She gave me an idea for it. She's like, why don't you just do an OnlyFans page instead of getting into porno? I was like, you know what?
I need to know her name.
Yeah, you know what was so funny? And Banks, I wish you would have came. Tyler. Oh, here comes his homeboy. You know what's so funny? And I wish Banks would have came. What's good, Tyler? Okay, so we literally did all of what you could do the last weekend before the world shut down. You know how like crazy and dope that shit is?
For real.
Like that is like the funniest. Like we literally did the last possible thing that you could do before the world like just completely went to. All right, y'all, we're gonna put it on pause.
What we do? Where we go the first night?
The address. And that man took 45 seconds to play my dog. I was just looking here. I was like, bro, I'm not about to keep sitting here.
That was the funniest thing watching that snap.
Like I was sitting there like,
wait
bro,
for
like
the beat to drop.
Bro,
and
it was building and building and building, bro. And
so we
sitting there on Snap. I'm thinking I'm about to go crazy. He started all over again. I'm like, man, somebody need to get this right. But, Kiera said that though. She was like, man, I hate going to the Addy on Fridays because the DJ kind of lame.
Yeah.
And he had like a nice selection, but doing stupid shit like that.
And then, like I said, that next morning, bro, my voice was gone. My head was hurting. I want to get up and get hyped.
Yeah.
We sitting up there that whole day.
Your big ass can't hold your liquor, man. That's a shame.
Who can't hold it? You
couldn't.
Saw me that night?
It held you.
First off, again, y'all take that as the wrong way. Y'all look at that as being gone. Yeah, I was going to sleep.
Bro, exactly.
I never. And then on top of that, once I fell asleep, bro, I was like, it was no coming back. Like I wasn't passed out. No, I was in the car asleep. And then I look over, y'all want to go somewhere else? Okay, we good. I'm gonna go.
I just got the feeling all the way back in my shoulder from that.
For all that working out,
you went to the strip club and he fell asleep or something like that.
Man, I had to carry this nigga to the goddamn Uber. Literally. Y'all think skinny niggas ain't strong until you gotta pick up a big nigga for real.
all this hype about you on the body. You know what I'm saying? You should have put me on them big ass cheeks. You should have been like, here, nigga, just fall right here. And then just,
hey man, listen. What we gonna get out the way real quick is you speaking on grown men's features like the way you've been doing this morning, dog. You got to stop it. This is not the way I want to.
You talk about any and everything. He don't care. You know?
I'm gonna say y'all niggas don't know if y'all like dicks or not yet. I thought we was past that age. We was all in our 30s.
I know what I do and don't like, goddammit, but I don't want nobody liking the shit for me.
You know what, girl? What's up, boo? I was waiting for somebody to point out his cheeks, girl, because they was looking real zesty over here. Okay, come here, Woody the Woodpecker. I put some nuts in them. Ain't nobody worried about that, bro. Ain't nobody worried about that, bro. Like I said, I've clearly known you long enough to know that you don't like meat. That ain't your forte. All right.
Nah, man, shit.
But yeah, like I was talking to him, I was just like, how y'all think this gonna come out? Because it's like 2020 dead at this point. I mean, not Richard Pryor, Lil Richard died yesterday.
Andre Harrell.
He died yesterday. It's funny, the only thing I remember him for is when they did that Superhead documentary, and he was like, that hoe deserved her ass whooped. But Andre I couldn't Harrell? I couldn't really post that pic because I feel like that wasn't, I couldn't post that video. That really ain't highlighting all of what he did, but that was a main thing. I was like, ain't that the man from when they was talking about Superhead? And he was like, that bitch deserved her ass whooped. Andre Harrell, or whatever his last name was, R.I.P. Like that ain't the best one.
I remember him from all like making the bands and everything. Like when he was coming to give his opinion on it. I ain't really know about him as far as like businessman goes, but all I know is he got addicted to the game and ended up working for him.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, how y'all think it's gonna open back up?
I mean, slowly but surely, for real. Like my city opening back up in phases. Like
when you say phases, do you mean like niggas is getting hung again outside?
No. First of all, I come from where that shit ain't.
They go two niggas right there. Okay, they hungry. Okay, we could come outside, y'all. They social nuisance.
Not down here. I'm talking about Indiana, like.
Okay.
Speaking of Indiana, man, rest in peace to Sean Reed, man. It's a captain from Indiana that was in the Air Force that got killed by the cops.
That light-skinned dude?
You said what?
That light-skinned dude?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect segue then. So you answer this one. So before we go to the later part and we talk about the Ahmad, and I messed up his last name, so that's the only reason I'm not saying it. But the Ahmad one. So you got two parallels, right? And we just gonna speak on what was his name? You said his name, Andre?
Sean Reed.
Deshaun Reed? Sean Reed, okay. So then you got the parallel. You got somebody out here running, which apparently happened 2 months ago. 3 months ago. And then you got somebody out here from the video, clout chasing, going wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Because I saw the video and I didn't even know he was in the army till like the other day. So I was like, because I'm kind of like, I don't really want to just see, because I watched the Ahmaud one and that was kind of like tough to watch that one because like he was still fighting and I didn't know he got shot 3 times because he was still fighting. And then, but then he just kind of was like, boom, I'm gone. Then you got the Reed person and then he running from it. And so I'm kind of like, it ain't really deserve to happen. But I'd be like, you know, what the fuck? When is clout chasing kind of be like common sense come in? You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was an army dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Air Force. He was in the military and all this shit. And then he kind of set him up for the whoop de whoop. So I kind of be like, I'll be like, yeah, you gotta it's still a senseless thing, but do you put it on the same level as attention as you did Ahmaud?
I mean, like it's obviously 2 different levels of, you know what I'm saying, how they both went down or whatever. So one, yeah, like it could have been prevented, you know what I'm saying, because the dude could have had a little more sense about himself. But running from the police don't constitute dying, you know what I'm saying?
Big fact.
Right.
Especially when you got people that run into churches, shoot up 9 people and only get put in jail, you know what I'm saying? You got a cat that killed an innocent little kid, you know what I'm saying, that's still walking, got found not guilty, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say like, and I'm go out there with it. I ain't gonna say I hate white people, but I hate the way they get away with shit. You know what I'm saying? I hate the shit they get away with. So yeah, dude should have been, you know what I'm saying, at least detained for probably it looked like he was running from the police, you know what I'm saying, or driving in, like they had him in a high-speed chase or whatever, and then he got out and ran. I don't know all the laws as far as like what you can do to a person that's running from the police, but I'm pretty sure unloading the whole clip ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I don't, because I was watching one video, and John, I'm gonna let you go next. I was watching one video, and this white dude was swinging an axe at a policeman, and I was talking to Taylor before, like we did the Zoom thing, and I just be like, you know, I don't even really like dogs running at me before I open the clip on their ass. You know, that could be a puppy trying to lick me. So I just be wondering, what is it about, like, the own of your own skin that just automatically be like, we could talk it out. And then versus me just walking down the street and being like, hey, sir, how you doing? Bow. I guess you ain't doing as good as I thought. And, you know, you just light my ass up.
If you go on, like, My Son or Tamika Mallory or Angela Rye, like, Instagrams, like, they post videos all the time, especially My Son lately, like, of, like, the dude that was swinging, like, a plastic bat in Walmart, and he got killed. Dead in the middle of Walmart. And then you got a cat that's out there in the middle of the street in an intersection with a couple cop cars surrounding him, cops all like asking him nicely, you know what I'm saying, to put his weapon down. He flailing the weapon all the way, like just all out there. And then they end up shooting him like later on.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot him until he shot at them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's the thing that pissed me off, because you got white people that try to justify that dude, Sean Reed, getting killed because, it looked like he had something in his hand before the cop shot him. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Even if he did have a gun, you got people like that white guy that was surrounded by cops, and he you know, pissed off. You could see that he hostile.
Posing an actual threat.
Right. They don't shoot him until after he shoot at them. You know what I'm saying? But then as soon as we look like we may have something or running away, you want to shoot people. I'm like, all because you can't catch somebody, it doesn't give you a reason to open the clip and shoot them. You know what I'm saying? Because when has that ever been a law? And then you got some white people, you say, he shouldn't have ran. What the fuck does that matter? That doesn't matter at all.
The motherfucker ran because he feared for his life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab water real quick.
What you think? You was good? You done, John?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically to touch on that one. That's basically
What you think, Banks?
I'm trying to remember what your original question was. I feel like it got lost.
It was really just like what you feel on it, like, or I asked just like, because they don't really compare between him and Ahmad. But I think Kendall just went on kind of like just even if they don't compare, like does it reach to the point to where it's always justifiable to kill a black person, you know, with that or use that type of restraint versus white people can? It's like it's literally comes to a last resort versus black people it's a first resort.
Right. So I mean, we'll know it's never justifiable to kill one of us. I think my personal opinion is in these videos, like somebody posted a video the other day about a black dude getting tased, and then they sent the dog on him while he's being tased. And we just all in the back hollering and doing all this, Lord Jesus, oh my God, you know. And I'm just like, I feel like personally, from that, I posted on Facebook like a list of all those hashtags of all the people that have died, and I'm really tired of the crying and the oh Lord Jesus and all of that marching. Like I didn't, and even like I know a lot of people did the whole run for Ahmad, and I totally understand it. I'm really low-key done with symbolic gestures. I'm not saying like we have to do anything, like because we're where we, but like I just feel like whoever was in that area in Georgia should have been at their house 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And this is an opinion that I have, I guess, about just the whole thing about us as black people. And I've spoken about it before on the podcast about how we're not on code about anything. Like there are so many of us that want to do our own thing and we can't get behind anything. And I heard somebody say this, because it's not an original idea, but I agree with it. He was this guy I was listening to, he was basically talking about how, you know, we're not on code and we'll risk it all for one of us. Like if you shorted me $1,000 or you played me or you did something goofy to me, I'm running up on you. There are no questions asked. There is nothing, like we're not having no conversation. Like I'm coming. We'll easily do 30, 50 life for one of our own. But when you have situations like this that happen, where my man is out jogging, or any of these situations, I mean, you know, both them John, he's in his home. You know, that other girl who was in her home, that girl who was asleep in that college campus. Oh, you know, I'm good. You know, when any of these like low key or even high key like white supremacist things happen, we don't have, where are the shooters at? Like, where are these people at?
Even the Airbnb
act
situations,
like they gonna, right?
barbecue
Like,
Becky's and shit.
Where are these street people at when it come to like stuff like that? But man, you know, you shorted me some money or you made me look goofy outside of the club, I'm risking it all.
Right.
Basketball games, they do that here.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna risk it all over a pickup game, but something systemic is happening to you, or something happened to your child, somebody kidnapped your child, and you just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go, where to look, none of that. And I feel like that's real backwards. And I just feel like if you're going to really be in the street like you talk about, and of course we've all heard this, like why is Zimmerman still alive?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like why are people like that still running around free? But you'll do 40 for us.
Like it ain't no way I could have lived down there. And I ain't saying, I'm gonna use an example, like it's a dirty cop. It's a dirty cop, and God bless the dead, but it's a dirty cop that's dead because he was a dirty cop back in my city. And just so happened that he harassed my brother a couple times. A couple weeks later, after my brother told us that he harassed him, two cats that I went to school with, was locked up for killing him, dead in the middle of the street. And I think he had pushed up on them the wrong time. He was one of them. The other one.
Hey, hold on, Kendall. Hey, Tyler. Or can you? Yeah, you go. Go ahead. My fault, Kendall.
Oh, you good? But yeah, like I guess he was roughing one of them up, and the other one had a gun on him, killed him. You know what I'm saying? There's these cats named Jeff and Maja. They both did their time, so that ain't like I'm singing about them or nothing like that. They done already did their time. But two cats that like I know personally did him in, and it was all type of rest in peace Scott Severance and everything like that. But everybody in the hood know like he probably deserved to get what he got because he was a dirty cop on all sides of town. Like even it could have been my side of town and the side of town that I was beefing with, you know what I'm saying? But we done all had bad run-ins with this dude. He got what he deserved.
Yeah, big facts.
I'll tell you what. The problem is, like you were saying, the narrative. So the narrative, when something like this happens, it's always rest in peace, and we always posting something about it. The problem is we're not, like you said, everybody wants to do their own thing. And I think that's the main reason why Africa fell back in the day. You had so many different tribes that wanted to do their own thing.
Everybody, all that, so you know.
Huh?
I said you lived through all that, so you know.
He was like, fuck it, y'all just gonna sell me? Wow, niggas was really, I was like, my nigga, I literally just killed that water buffalo for you and you gonna sell me?
I think we need to be way more organized. I think we need to be way more organized when it comes to legislation. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem is, yeah, we can get physical and all that, but the issue is, what are you gonna do when they pass laws or when they bring in, you know, martial law or the army? You know what I'm saying? The army or anything like that is nothing that we can do because we're not organized on that level. So we need to become more organized on that level to where we can really deal with this government at hand, because we all see this government ain't shit, you know, when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. We definitely need to be coded up on the grassroots level, aka the street level, and we need to be coded up in the policy area in legislation. And I mean, it's sad to say it. It's just when a nigga's ever gonna get that point? You know what I mean? Like
how many more people gotta die?
Yeah.
Right, but you know, we're quick to, you know, R.I.P. I run with Ahmad, or R.I.P. But won't show up, won't run up, won't do anything. And my last point on this, and then I'll let I guess Tyler go, is like, you know, so you got a lot of black people who are like, you know, so what are we gonna do? You know, what should we do? And another idea that I agree with is it's really two things, and I'm almost, I guess, kind of tired of black people acting stupid too. Is two things. If you don't know what to do, you can either do what white people do. Okay, that's run up. I mean, we all see it right now. They up at the Capitol building with their guns out, everything, because they can't get a haircut no more. Right. So do what white people do, but if that's crazy, right? Like you said, if we can't do that, then do what black people do to each other.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? Like, you got two things that you can do. If you don't know what to do, if you just so just hysterical, do what white people do. That's, you know, run up or go to these ballots and vote for things, or do what other black people do to each other. You know, when we have instances like this, you'll run up on your home, or you're not your homeboy, but you'll run up on somebody.
Niggas to run up on their homeboys too, for real.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think also we got an issue. So the main issue is, we know that we need to get organized, but the problem is, whenever we get organized, the government comes in a way and tries to say that we're some type of terrorist group or something. You know what I'm saying? You take the Black Panther Party, who literally was trying to help the neighborhood out and defend our people. You know what I'm saying? We weren't no threat to nobody. Well, to the government, we were a threat to them just because we were organized. But you take that, for example, you take Black Wall Street, for example, it's when they see us flourishing and actually come together is when they take that as a big threat to America, you know what I'm saying, period, to where, hey, they have to dismantle it. You know what I'm saying? Every single part of it, they have to dismantle. They got to kill off the leaders. You know what I'm saying, of it. They got to kill off the whole movement of us progressing and being better. You know?
Agree.
Yeah, I feel with that one. Tyler, you there? Well, I'll just say mine.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna let you go ahead and speak.
I kind of it's interesting because like we're saying that it's not right in order to kill a black person for a black person to be murdered and all this kind of thing. We still have to kind of have a parallelism between that and that other police officer. Like nobody necessarily deserves to die. Nobody necessarily deserves to be murdered or killed, regardless of what the situation is. But at the end of the day, like you said, it's more so of a how can we get a resolve of the situation and less of a what and less of a why, more so of a how. Because like you said before, Black Wall Street and things of that nature, when we started trying to do those things and we started trying to get those things built, they were pretty much destroyed as soon as they got to the point of fruition. So the issue is not necessarily what can we do, but how can we do it and maintain it, or how can we find a way to get out of the system that we're in currently?
Right. Yeah. And you still speaking on it, Tyler? Before I was about to say something.
No, I'm done. You got it.
Okay. And like just to go on that, like it's crazy that I had to learn about Black Wall Street from the Watchmen TV series. Like I knew, like you heard about like Oklahoma used to be the Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just thought, and this I own my ignorance for this one. I just thought niggas was being niggas or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like just, like we had it and something happened. And then, so I go watch Watchmen, great show. I don't know if y'all seen it yet. The first episode, have y'all seen it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, well, it's good.
Okay, the first episode is the massacre for Black Wall Street, which kind of set up the premise of the whole show and shit like that, right? And it just basically, it was a Klan attack, right? And so then what is the second Black Wall Street we have is when they had that protest and that dude come through with the charger and just smack motherfuckers with the charger. You get what I'm saying? And then, and he killed somebody, and that's not looked at a hate crime. Black Wall Street wasn't looked at a hate crime. They was literally massacring people and killing people because Oklahoma had figured out a way to finally be on the same page as, white America in the North and all that other type stuff. And that's glossed over. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of hearing the Martin Luther King, I Got a Dream and stuff like that. Because at a certain point of saying what we go through now, he looking real soft. And I'm not like saying it like to be disrespectful or nothing like that or anything for what he did. But especially with three of us being in the military, I'm pretty sure one of us have had an instance where you got to let somebody know, like, yo, I know what I signed up for, but I ain't signed up to be disrespected. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really sit there and go there. And like, I guess the reason why I don't put as much stock into it, because coming from a person who already has anger problems, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like I could constantly be angry every day, looking up something and going through it. So it's like, I can't really just put my effort into one. I'm not going to half-ass anything. So it's no purpose of me putting up a run with a mod on my story or run with on my picture and stuff like that, because my running with a mod is I'm gonna go run up on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type we need. That's the type of energy we need to be on, or at least his people in his area need to be on. And I was talking to my fiance Sonia about this. I was just like, another point that I feel like we dropped the ball, which Tyler made a good point about how do we create an infrastructure and keep it going. By not doing stuff like what I'm about to talk about, by not forgiving everybody. Yeah. No other society sits up and do all this forgiving, and even in church settings, like different sects of the church, if you violate, you get removed.
Yeah.
And so I feel like in Black society, we want to fall back, and I'm somebody who believes in God, who goes to church, all that stuff, and has done spiritual things, you know what I mean? Like, so I fall in line with that, but there are certain parts that I question. I'm like, why are we doing all this forgiving all the time? Both them, John, you ran up in my house, killed me, and now my brother on TV hugging you.
Yeah,
I would have slapped the shit out of you. Like,
you see what I'm saying? Like, it'd be too many of those instances where we want to when our grandmas or our mamas old school, it'd be like, baby, Jesus and this and you gotta forgive. And I feel a way about that. Like, I struggle with the forgiveness piece and that older Black people
want to always go back to this whole like, well, you got to forgive him, baby, because you know that's what God will want. I'm like, but this boot in my neck.
Yeah, do you remember that one dude whose sister or mama somebody got killed, and the brothers jumped over the plaintiff to like beat his ass in court? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like that
I
should
remember
be
seeing that.
be
That's the
allowed of
energy
it every
That would have
time.
been an opportunity.
Yes,
And
if
so like
something
I talked
happened to you, my bad, I'm gonna let you. But if something happened to you, James, like I was saying, and I was around, and they put me on the camera, I'm not finna be on no forgiving anybody. Yeah, we're currently doing our own investigation in our community. I don't forgive
we going
anybody.
out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like. Please don't let this narrative get out that no. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we need to be on code, like even with little things, you know. But what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, if you want to go back to it, like both John and Kendall know me. Like I'm probably loyal to a fault. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like my biggest. That's probably why like all four like even Taylor noticed. Like all three of us rock so hard without having to see each other constantly, because it's just like when I remember when I got into it in Japan, them niggas was like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And then I remember Taylor, when you broke that thing in Florida, I was gonna go to jail with you that day. You feel what I'm saying? So if anybody, I think John, I was drunk as a skunk. And when that nigga bumped you, no, not John, Kendall, I was drunk as a skunk in the club. And when that nigga bumped you, like I was like, yo, what it is, my nigga, I immediately got sober. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, I want that energy. And I was talking to like the counselor that I talk to now. Anybody in the military one source, they'll give you like a free counsel for 12 sessions. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck it, I'll take it. And I was talking to somebody at work, and I was talking to her about somebody I talked to at work in one of the sessions, and because me and the dude went by, I was like, I just got to forgive and move on and stuff like that. I was like, I'll never give a nigga that satisfaction of forgiveness, because I feel like the reason why I'm not with forgiveness is because, and y'all can hear me clearly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I'm not with forgiveness is because you don't get that opportunity to rest at night knowing that you got that forgiveness part out of me. You feel what I'm saying? If you was to do something to me at one point, bitch, I want you to hurt until you die. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you don't get that joy. I feel like I'm letting you off the hook. And a lot of that is why I can't really get behind. And he's spiritual, he's religious, and I'm like spiritual. I can't get behind that, bro. Like I can't give you that win. You know what I'm saying? Because if I give you that, you think that you got a victory, and I'll never let you hold that over my head. So I just feel like, at what point do we need to stop? We need to stop tootsie sliding for these white folks and letting them know, just because if we got to work twice as hard to get half the respect, my nigga, I want all my respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to just give you the segue to come in and get any type of joy out of that, because if I forgive you, you have a chance to do it again. You know what I'm saying? So now that we keep forgiving them for killing us, they keep killing us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be like, I'm not gonna say we got to be Wakanda and have our own like regulations and stuff like that, but what I'm saying is there's a power. I mean, we do, but it's
we
do, but I'm not saying we're gonna get it. But I just don't see, if there was one part, it's a lot of parts of the Bible I take out, but that forgiveness shit, no. Like, I'll go to the grave angry, that's fine, and you gonna go to the grave knowing you fucked up, and I ain't got no problem with that. Go ahead, Tyler.
I got something. Go ahead, Tyler.
I feel like, go ahead, you got it.
I was about to say, I got something to that forgiveness point, to where, like, I agree. Like, I can forgive you, but only after I get my own peace out of it. Like, a lot of people try to say, like, you need to forgive this person so your mind can be at rest and your body can have peace and everything like that. But I've learned over the past few years that I need to be in control of my own peace. And my I told y'all before Tyler got on, I told y'all my brother did 10 years in the feds because a nigga told him. My cousins done got at this cat. You know what I'm saying? He's still walking. My cousins done got at him as far as like beating his ass. My brother came home, did his whole bid. He got out when we was all in school in Texas. And my brother was at a barbecue or whatever, and the dude walked up in the yard. I guess it was like a mutual friend or whatever. And as soon as my brother saw him, he saw red, and he got at him. My brother's girl had to get him off of him. Like, I still haven't seen this cat since, and my brother went in 2008. I've never seen this cat's face. If I ever see him, I'm getting at him my damn self because you took my brother away from me for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? A part of me died when my brother got locked up.
And I'm happy you said that, right? Because I feel like that is the trap, right? That is the trap that they want you to fall into. That they want you to get because they're not going to give you justice. So they want you to go and try to receive justice yourself. And at that point, now they've gotten justice on 2 black people at one time.
Right.
So I feel like that's the trap that they try to get you into. Because at the end of the day, you honestly, like I said, you can find within yourself to say, okay, this is what happened. There's nothing I really can do about it. There's nothing to be mad about. If I decide to be mad about it, what can I do that's not going to end me up in the same situation that he's in for other people to be mad twice? So that's kind of the issue that we fall in because, like I said, you can't necessarily go out here and say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go do blase, blase, blase. That's illegal. Yep. And that's exactly what we're trying to fight against, illegal things happening to us and other people not being do it. So how can we fight evil with evil when we already know that we're going to get punished for it?
Do it to them.
But then you're going to jail and they're going to be fine. So now your life messed up.
And that's where I feel like they got one over us because they know that we're not going to go do it to them because we know that they got the police behind them. And we smart in that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time.
Right. But we have to maintain that intelligence and not decide that just because the situation is personal to us, or just because the situation, we have to do things that are logical and rational.
You know what's funny? Though, and I didn't mean to cut y'all off. And this is probably just like, I guess you watch enough TV and enough fantasy. Like, what if we was to flip it on their ass? You feel what I'm saying? Like, remember the N-word was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was horrible. Then you take the ER and add an A to it, and now it's like the same as hello there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if like the only way to beat them is to go inside, right? So
I got a whole conspiracy.
It's a whole. So it's only so much room in a prison, right? And I'm not saying nobody gonna do this, so it's easy to say it here. So if we can't get them from the outside, you feel what I'm saying? Like the only way to get it is from the inside. So what if like and this is some storybook shit. So if Jordan Peele make this shit, I better get my credit. All of us get arrested on purpose. So now we only in one place, but you can't hold us all in one place. You get what I'm saying? So now our Wakanda is the jail. You know what I'm saying? That's the new ER to the A. And not saying that the jail is that one, but if you take over and have us all in one infrastructure place, then we're all in one place. And so at that point, and of course, like I said, this sounds like fantasy the more I say it out loud, but like if we ain't gonna get on the outside, we got to come together on the inside and then flip that shit back out like a reversible. So at that point, we all together. You know what I'm saying? Your goal was to get everybody in there and obey by it. Well, you fucked around and put us all in one place. And it ain't no Jim Crow shit to where you just lie to us and not let us know that we have more black people on this continent than white people. We all in one place. And so now we take back the jails and then we work it from within. Now, of course, again, it's fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Just to have it all up in there. But it seemed like, go ahead.
I got
that would be good, like you said, in theory. But even in a movie, I don't think you get that enough black people on code to want to go to jail.
Yeah, because there'll be enough of them in there with their own issues with each other.
Exactly.
Two, you got us all.
But not even that though. But like along the same lines, you still falling into the trap.
Right.
You're going to jail.
Now
y'all are all.
You right where you want you to be because now we all in one place. They can do what they want with us.
You think that they put people outside of jail? Wait till they put people motherfuckers in jail and it's overcrowded. Oh yeah, they definitely take them motherfuckers.
It'll be Hitler Part 2 up in this bitch.
Oh, of course. I mean, I
will say this. You did touch on something saying you gotta change it from within, and that within is this legal system, is the police force, is the government, you know what I'm saying, Capitol Hill, whatever. It's getting in there and trying to change laws. Because right now,
that kind of reminds me of School Who Sat by the Door.
Yeah, even when you look at the bills that's been passed, the what was that, COVID stimulus bill, you look at that, what's the majority of the money that went to? It went to these big ass companies. Even when they're supposed to give these small business loans to small businesses to help them keep afloat, most of these big companies, like the airline, some of the banks got their share of that money. You know what I'm saying? That money was supposed to go to the small business loans, and it didn't. And the big companies ended up falling for those loans and ended up getting the money at like a 1% interest rate. You know what I'm saying? Or even some loans were given back. So we need to be able to get in there and change that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That system like that.
See,
And it's
on that one, because you put up a great point. On that one, I feel like we have to be in the, like you say, in the infrastructure to be able to enjoy that, right? Like you have to have a small business in order to enjoy this small business loan. And you have to be able to have that idea and put those things forward. Everybody's not doing that. So like inside of the infrastructure that's already set up, we have to find a way to actually succeed inside of that. And then try to change it from there. But if we just try to rebuild the wheel, reinvent the wheel, then we're really not gonna make it anywhere. Because all this has been going on for so long and it happened successfully for so long. So who are we, the people who are actually detriment to this, gonna actually change it or make a change or even be important enough to say that it needs
Yeah. And it was just funny.
Let me touch on this. So I wanted to get this out because y'all were talking about forgiveness. And I will say everything that's been going on lately has, not just lately, but like the last few years, probably like 4 years or so, has pulled me away from Christianity. And I'll tell you why. Christianity was basically given to us, right? During slavery time. Christianity was used to take over this land. They used Christianity like, okay, you don't believe what we're saying in the Bible? Well, this Bible gives us the reason or the right to take over your land. Millions of people have been killed because of Christianity. 400 years of slavery, and they were praying in Christianity, praying, God, please watch out. 400 years of slavery, nothing changed. Then we have segregation, same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Are people being treated the same? Then you have, to present day, cops killing us off. You know what I'm saying? And these white people still getting away with it. So there's no way for me mentally to be in the religion the same as my oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Because something's not adding up right. Something's not adding up right where we're constantly praying and we're constantly going to church. And the most spiritual is our people. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's changing. Nothing. So they say, oh, you just got to be patient. How much more do you want to be patient? It's been generations. It's been centuries. You know what I'm saying? While they enjoy the fruits and stuff like that, our labor tell us, oh, we're going to enjoy our fruits and our labor once we're dead. That doesn't. What's the point of living? What's the point of living then? You know what I'm saying? Like it makes no point to live if you can't enjoy it now, and you're telling me that, oh, you're going to enjoy it when you're dead. There's no point in living. So that's why with the whole religion, it's kind of sticky. It's kind of sticky with me when it comes to Christianity. You have people like Isaac Woodard, who was a veteran, a World War II veteran. As soon as he comes home from World War II, he gets attacked in South Carolina in his uniform. What more do you want somebody to do? Fighting for this country. You know what I'm saying? Then you have children who's been lynched over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like a little kid, the youngest kid that was put to the death penalty, George Stinney, I think his name was. Little kid, like 14 years old. And they put him to the death penalty, dog. Basically just because he's black. Yeah. So and we keep praying and keep having the same religion as our oppressors. It's not adding up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, that's just me. That just pulled me away from Christianity because it's just hard to pray to a God that, or not a God, but a religion.
By the guidelines.
Right.
Yeah.
Where one group of people can do anything that they want, anything. And you telling me, oh, they'll be judged when they're dead. There's no point in living. You know what I'm saying?
And it was a side note, but I was thinking of that. This is I was thinking about the thing I was telling y'all. I forgot what happened in what was it? Queen of Slim. When the only person that told on him and turned on was go-to black nigga. That's exactly what will happen if we was all in jail. Hey, these niggas is
Yeah,
go to
Exactly.
black person. So
That's
I was just
exactly
thinking,
what it would be. It would be somebody who wants to
we leave tonight.
Man,
who wants to be a collaborator. Like
Catch
that's
a
all it would
Freeman.
be.
You
And
remember
that's
Catch a
right,
Freeman episode in the
Catch a
Boondocks?
Freeman.
Yeah.
Cause my argument with all this is, right, I'm dealing with all the slavery at the same time, right? So when we have been able to do this at that point, if that's the goal, if the goal is to put us all in one place for us to overcome, we could have did that in slavery. It's not gonna happen.
Right. Exactly.
We just
I mean,
split apart at this point.
that's why I said it's more of a movie than actuality. You know what I'm saying? And that's what. Yeah, that's why Django.
Slavery is that movie that you was talking about.
I know that's what I'm saying.
All
Like
the
it's just
niggas
that
was in
and
one place.
exactly, and then you got
Working
somebody
for
teaching
free.
them. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like it sounds good in thought when you say it, and then like I said, as soon as I said it, the Queen and Slim thing came to me when the only person that told them they got all the way to the line, and the black person turned them in. You know what I'm saying? It's like eventually we'll turn on ourselves.
That wasn't the first black person to turn them in, though. Because the only reason they had to go the way that they did because their first black dude turned them in and got his son killed.
No, he didn't turn him in. But you remember that cop did it. That cop let him go though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the movie been out. If you ain't seen the movie, bro, you just don't want to see the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, don't waste your time.
Yeah,
Don't waste your time.
It felt good.
Hey, it's good all the way up until the end, bro.
To the end, bro. It just get predictable. I was just like, bro, like it just got so predictable. I was like, look, this is exactly what's gonna happen. I was like, and then boom.
Sure enough, yep.
He looked like a rat too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I knew it was almost as soon as he popped up on the screen. I said it's about to go down.
I was like, it's gonna be they got the most niggerish nigga in all niggerdom.
Right.
I mean,
they got a real Florida nigga down there.
And what was so funny about this shit was like, the only person who looked different was the girl. This nigga ain't do nothing to get a lineup. Like, we wasn't gonna be like, oh man, where's the guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he just had a little bit of sponge hair and he cut it off. And then a part of me wanted him to get hit because what he did to T'Challa and Black Panther. But so a part of me was kind of like, you've been having this shit coming for you for a long ass time. I ain't gonna play. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay with the cause like they always getting us, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably would have shot his ass too. I probably would have been
Don't forget, do you?
Don't nobody. No, I just looked at that and I was just like, you turned on T'Challa for some bullshit because he ain't catch a nigga try to kill your daddy, bro. I'm just talking about, like, you gotta think about this. Black Panther was sitting right there. All right, he done came out of all this, and then you got the chick from Walking Dead out there rooting for her king. Then you got Killmonger coming over here with that bullshit, and all it took because somebody killed your daddy, and you was gonna turn on your homeboy like that for 20 some odd years.
And he tried.
For 20.
Man, but you also gotta realize that man was loyal to the throne. Now he was loyal to the throne. That's who had the throne. That's who was in power.
Now I also looked at him like, oh, so it was all cool when you was with this white bitch and get out, right? Did you think I'm supposed to just let you come back to this? Now that you done got a little taste, huh? No, nigga, I ain't forget. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have to hold that L. So part of me wasn't mad when they killed him. But part of me was also impressed how far he carried her dead ass body before they shot him. I was like, dead weight like a motherfucker. And I know she probably like 100 pounds, but 100 pounds dead is very far.
Nah, man. They killed me when they had sex outside of her mama grave. That's what killed me.
Man,
that's a white people.
I was just like, I'm like, this what y'all, and then on top of that, why y'all doing when the little boy, first off, the little boy who shot the cop was unrealistic. I was just like, bro, you're 10. Like, what have you seen? What have you seen at 10? You know what I'm saying? They told you to take your ass from the park. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. And I'm like he was so unrealistic.
And he walked up after the problem.
Exactly. Like the police done did it and the black person tried to calm it down. And then I'm just like, why you kill the only black person? Like, I know them white people would have got physical with you. Why you get the calm one? You know what I'm saying? Again, turning on each other. Then he go up there unrealistic. I had enough. I'm like, damn, bro. I was like, I wasn't going through that much at 12. I didn't find this shit out at least till 21. So I was like, we ain't even got to the point where we talking about our shoes anymore. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been called LJ in my life. It's just a lot of stuff that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had my first quick pump, but I done felt the police been holding me back. You know what I'm saying? Like we just like really set the bar kind of low. It's like, you know, they moving. I guess they're moving a little fast out there, but I was really cool with them killing him. You know what I'm saying? She could have lived. Then I found out she had a white husband and a white baby daddy. I felt a kind of way about that too.
She couldn't live either.
Like, so I saw that and I was just like, ooh. So bitch, you playing Uncle Sam too, huh? Okay. Both of y'all. I looked at this. I was like,
None of this would have started if she hadn't said nothing in the car.
Yeah, she should have said her dumb ass in there. So I was like,
none of this would have happened.
And then I'm thinking about this. I'm like, bitch, you a defense attorney. You ain't got no pull. What, you just started there last week? I was just thinking, like, as you sit here and say this,
right.
You must have just got the job last week. If you didn't see this shit happening, you got shot on camera. Like, why didn't you just be like, I'm gonna go file a report Monday? Like, we'll get to the bottom of this. You literally ran like the next day. I was like, this nigga worked. I can understand he worked at Kinko's, but you worked as a DA. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all the pull and stuff like that.
You clear. If I'm not mistaken, she had just lost a case like that.
She did. Oh, okay, so she sucked. Okay, that's now I started. I came in after the dinner. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. So
okay. Well, listen, not to change the subject too much, but so everything we was talking about. Do y'all have any ideas of like how we maintain? Like, we know what we have to do. So do y'all have any ideas of like how do we maintain having like another Black Wall Street? You know what I'm saying? Where when we're dealing in the times of a government that will do anything to dismantle you. Do you have any idea?
I think if we educate everybody about Black Wall Street, like I said, we shouldn't have to watch Watchmen to figure out about the full extent of Black. I didn't even know they bombed Philly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they bombed Philly.
But like this, every major city has had a riot. Cleveland, Philly,
New York,
Detroit, New York, LA, all of them have had a riot where the city has been on fire. You know what I'm saying? Because of some injustices or something like that. And that let them set more laws to go against us. But
yeah, I just think if we could go past Martin Luther King and the 2 seconds they talk about Malcolm X and Madam C.J. Walker, and I'm tired of talking about peanut butter, nigga. We know it's delicious, okay? We don't need to know about George Washington Carver and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we can get past the bullshit, like I used to get mad at my dad for being like overly Black cultural when I was a kid. Like, oh my God, why I need to know Martin Luther King's real name was Michael and all this. And then you get older and you see that they don't touch on it at all. I feel like if we could like get back to that and put in, like I said, the Oklahoma, the Black Wall Street, we could put in the bombing at Philly. We could put in New York. We could put in these genocidal periods in life that happened within the last 50, 60 years. You know what I'm saying? Then we could go from progress on from there. But as long as we live, as long as right now is the only thing they promote is TikTok and handshakes and Martin Luther King and Madam C.J. Walker.
Gotta get everybody out of being self-absorbed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, who's gonna be that voice where you be like, shut this woke ass nigga up? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we all saying this right now, but what did we say before we got on here? The reason why I ain't listening.
We would all have to police ourselves.
Yeah.
We would all have to police ourselves and make sure we not, so woke that we ain't got a right amount of sleep. You know what I mean? We don't want the people that's in sleep being like partying, twerking, drink, drugs, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We need that person to wake up, and we need the people who are too woke to come down. Because if you're gonna really talk about some sort of revolution, both of those people are gonna have to meet somewhere and agree on like next steps. But I mean, so the answer for my answer for John is there, and I guess it'll include some of James, is to educate yourselves, and then once you educate yourself, you need to pass the keys out to the people that you care about. And there are a lot of books out there that talk about the different levels of economics and how we have to keep our dollars circulating in our area, how we have to break through those different channels and establish a neighborhood, and then go up from there and establish education for ourselves, and then go up from there and establish economy, and then go up from there and establish politics, because you can't get to politics without some money.
Right.
So, I mean, it's out there. There's this guy, Dr. Claude Anderson. He wrote this book about that, specifically what I'm speaking about. And I mean, it's plenty of literature out there that we can educate ourselves on and then pass that on, which is what I'm currently, I guess, always kind of perpetually doing. I'm in the motion of learning and then trying to direct it towards, somebody. Of course, I'm right there with children most of the time. So really a lot of my stuff is dumbed down since I'm a teacher, but I still let that information out there to them, in my own way. Like when I'm with my students, they still know a lot of stuff, and it's because I feed it to them in a way that makes it palatable. They understand, I was like, you guys, you're worth more than, what you see out here, and, this look that you got going on. I get that it's fashionable right now, but these are the, I almost sound like our old teachers in high school. Yeah, you know where that sagging came from, right?
I only had one of them.
Sag is spelled back.
Only teacher who I ever visited after high school.
Playing with that boy butt. All right, you giving up that bussy? You giving up that bus? Huh? All right, now you better pull them pants up. We taking all rectums out here.
I've said that.
That's what I'm about to say. If you could sit that bussy word out there, you probably get it to us like that. Underground Railroad,
I definitely can't say bussy. I definitely can't say that. But I tell them in a way, I'm like, look, you need to put your pants up. You look real available right now.
What's bussy, Mr. Banks? Boy, bussy, all right?
I'm not going to say that. I'm like, you look real available, sir. And then they be like, what?
Why don't you just go up to her and just like, this is the only way you got to do, you got to let them know. Be like, okay, I see you, Tyrone, with that ass out. Bring that butt over here. And you got to shock niggas sometimes. Like, come here, Tyrone. Bring that ass here, boy.
I knew you was gonna make your way back to it at some point.
I think we definitely need to teach our youth more than what they learn in the school system, because the school system seems like it only tells you about the yes sir, black people, like the yes sir, what you need sir type black people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of ones that were actually down for the culture. When you talk about like Malcolm X, when you talk about Huey P. Newton and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
I wish I would have learned about a lot of them guys rather than Abraham Lincoln, and you know what I'm saying, or anybody else. Like, I don't want to hear about Booker T. Washington. I'd rather hear about Malcolm. Feel me?
And it's good to know about them, but we need to know about all of them. You know what I'm saying? Not just the ones that just didn't get involved. You know what I'm saying? That were just there, you know what I'm saying, as the yes people. We need to know about the people that were, really for the movement. Not saying that Martin Luther King.
Ben Carson was a neurosurgeon before he became a clown. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, it's okay to know about the inaugural people, the first of black people, but if they never did anything else to push anything forward, then I mean, that's great that you were the first, but I feel like we hang our hats on the first a lot. For various reasons, but I need to know about some riders. Like, I need to know about some people who fought back.
We learned about the ones that they could control. You know what I'm saying, and the ones that they couldn't control, they swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying?
They keep Emmett quiet. They let you know that Crispus Attucks was the first nigga dead in the war. It just so happened to be black. But they don't let you know about everything else. I don't know. I guess Ken and Tyler. I know Tyler, you got the least amount of time left. So I guess if you wanna chime in like on what John's question was before, because I know you got like 10 minutes. Yeah, so I'll let you chime in.
I got about 10 minutes. What was the question again?
What do we need to do to sustain like our Black Wall Street and stuff like that? What do you think that we need to do to sustain that? We know what we need to do. It's just a question of how to sustain it going forward.
I don't know. Like, it's a hard question because the main thing is probably not going to work in America because that's what America is built off of. It not working. So the key thing
America,
is,
though. But I'm gonna sit back.
Right? For others, for other people to get to benefit off of it. We don't benefit majority off of America. Other people do. So the key thing is, why do we feel like we can do that in America. And why do we feel like we have to do that in America? It's a huge world. Why do we have to stay in America and build this thing that we want to build? And because we can build something amazing somewhere else. We can buy land that's not American land. We can do all sorts of things, have all multiple options. But I feel like we stay in a box of we have to do this here, and we don't.
Yeah. I agree with you at a certain point.
Go ahead.
Because we can do it anywhere else, but at the same time, we are proud people, and we're not about to let nobody, you know what I'm saying, run us out of the house that we built. You know what I'm saying? So I see exactly what you're saying, but at the same time, like.
But that we were forced to build, right?
You're right. You're absolutely right. But we did it. You feel me? And just like we did it, we could tear this shit down. So, like, I'm gonna get to where I feel like we're like.
And you got a valid point right there, right? We can tear it down. So that is the only other option. We have to tear it down. But we can't go off of what is already set up because it's set. Yeah. This is what it is. And we can continue to try to weave in and out of this matrix that we're in, but we are in this matrix. Yeah, there's nothing we can change about it.
Like I get what you're saying. Like we printed the book, but we ain't write the story. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's the thing. You're right. We don't have to do it in the mirror, like you said, because there's so much land out there where you can start and migrate out. That's what our ancestors did. You know what I'm saying? Like they migrated. You know, like a lot of it started in Africa, but they migrated to Europe. You know what I'm saying? They migrated to America. They migrated to Asia and stuff like that. So, yeah, you're right. Start up something concrete, I guess, outside of this. And
boy, get to the most powerful part of what he said. Make sure y'all brothers hear this one part. Man, just face is looking dumb too. Just be like, I'm sitting here listening to it. I'm sitting here talk. Okay, hold on. Okay, you back. I'm sitting there like listening to it. My drink about to overflow, and then. All right, Josh, you froze up on it. So whenever you heard us come in and start laughing, you had froze up. We didn't hear nothing you said after that part. Whenever you was looking like this, you froze up.
I was saying that we can't migrate. Did you hear when I said we can't migrate? Like we need to migrate?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. All right. That's all I was saying. Like our ancestors moved all over this continent, continents that is. So yeah, we don't have to stay in one spot. We really can build something, say even back in Africa, something like that, and spread it out. You know,
and just be more global with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And get out of the kind of box mentality, because it's like this here, but this is one of the few places that is like this, like that, especially as far as financial, as far as healthcare, things of that nature, and the things that you have to, in the I's you have to dot and the T's you have to cross in order to get in those positions. It's extremely complicated. That's why a lot of people, they tell you to get in the business, tell you start your own business, do all these kind of things, but do they guide you into it and explain to you how much thought it takes, how much time it takes, and all those other investments you have to make that aren't just monetary?
Yeah.
Right. So that's just kind of one of the things that I think about. But like I said, when you're here, you have to go through the restrictions of where you are. But if you're somewhere else, the restrictions change.
My answer to it all is like it's kind of late in the game for us. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we can weaponize our children, like not even weaponize them, just show them that it's other places beyond here. Like one of the things that I want to do when I start having kids is just traveling the world with them. You know what I'm saying? That way, when they grow up, they see pictures of places that they've been when they were kids and when they were babies and everything like that, and be like, hey, look, I was able to take you here. You can go over here whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? I built a life to where you can make the decision to where you can either stay here and have something of your own or go around the world and have a little piece of every bit of the world. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just showing kids that there is more outside of America, more outside of where they grew up. That way they don't get stuck in the crab in the barrel mentality, you know what I'm saying, to where they pulling other people down that's around them or letting them pull them down. Or they just be like, all right, look, I've seen this part of the world and you haven't, so either let me show you what I've seen, or I'll just leave you back here. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go do my own thing.
Because I
And
mean,
then I'll
it's
bring
And they'll know, and they'll see
shown.
that
It's
we
shown.
are
Oh, go
all
ahead.
over the world.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a
No
reason
matter
why.
where they
It's
go,
a
you
reason
go to
why.
South
Go ahead.
America, we there. You go to Africa, of course, we're there. You go to Asia, we're there. I mean, in the
We're
ancestry, we're
everywhere,
there.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was about to say, and like this is, you know, like a more extreme example, but I mean, it's a reason why you can get kids. No, ain't no movie pitch, but it's a reason why you see people are able to, like you said, weaponize it. I'm saying like that. You see, is a reason why people are able to get kids to believe in, you know what I'm saying? Like you go to places, kids shooting guns and stuff like that because they get the next generation, let them know that this is a culture. Don't let nobody take it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like it is ways to go by. You can make it as, I mean, like I said, it's an extreme example and stuff like that. But like I said, once we get past that phase to where we do everything. We basketball, we the coach, we everything. We got way more power than once we stop trying to sit there and trying to win the Emmys or the Oscars and stuff like that. And I just showed as a focal point of what we hold important.
What they gave us.
Once we sitting there wanting what Uncle Charlie's hand of approval, and once we realize like we are nothing moves without us, I think then we'll go out and build our Wakandas and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like once it build like once we figure out like nothing moves without us. Whether it's Cadillac didn't move without niggas, Polo didn't move without niggas, Tommy Hilfiger didn't move without niggas, the NBA don't move without niggas. I'm saying it's more of an endearment term, you know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what we justify ourselves as, because that's how we act with the bullshit. And then once we realize that like you said, Taylor, like stop turning the gun on me and turn it to this person right here. You know what I'm saying? Once we realize that and show them like it could be whatever, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna kind of be in the same loop and somebody else is gonna have the same conference asking, what can we do? What can we do? And once we start realizing that you can still go out there and be woke and still smoke and drink whatever you're doing, it doesn't have to be the extreme or the two. Like, you know, it's just like life. You got to sit there and balance it. Then we won't get there and go from that phase. But until we get to that point to where it's like you either be woke, wearing bow ties, selling messages and do all this down and refuse the nectar, or you got to be all lit, bottles popping, you know, bring that ass here and all that type stuff there. But like once you realize, bro, like you can still pass a message and live your own life. I think that's why we kind of deter it, because woke has a bad connotation to it. It just means that you got to sit there and basically it's like being a Christian. You got to sit there like Taylor, a heavy Christian. You can't cuss, you can't do it. No, nigga, this is what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like I still am me, and I think that's kind of like where we at with that.
It's I guess put the cap on it. I was watching The Breakfast Club and they had this guy named Nuri Muhammad from the Nation of Islam on there, and he was speaking about this very powerful point. He was like, you know, black people, we get this thing where we don't understand the difference between uniform and united. Mm-hmm. And uniform, of course, we all know is the same thing at the same time, whatever, especially the military men, you know, y'all know what that is. And united is totally separate from that. And we feel like when we talk about being united, we talk about falling in line. Yeah. And your thing has to look like my thing, and my thing has to look like his thing. And just like James was saying, it does not. It can be completely organic and unique, but we need to be on the same page about a thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? It can't be like, you know, oh, you know, white mommy, white daddy, you know, oh, you give me all these nigga trinkets, and, you know, now I'm in office, and, you know, we doing all this stuff. And then, you know, you done left all the stuff that you talked about behind because you got into the political system and you're doing these things. You know, we all have to be, just my favorite word is just coded. Like, we all have to be on code. Now, I will say we've all been on code a little bit about this guy dying, Ahmaud. You know, I've seen less black people arguing with white people on my social media anyway about him. I don't know about y'all's, and I feel that's a way to like stop trying to convince people of our struggle. Stop it.
Yeah. At this point, it's like, you know what, y'all don't get it by now. Like, all right, we just gonna have to show you instead of tell you.
Right, just quiet, no comments, no back and forth, none of that.
What that does, that just lets you know how to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? When they speak on it and they show you their actions, that lets you know how to treat them. Even if it is, like white people that you say your friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If they think that this is justified or whatever it may be,
I scare the hell out of my white friends.
don't argue with them. You just deal with them accordingly. That's it.
I scare the hell out of my white friends.
Hell yeah. But
they all know not to fuck with me. Like,
nah, I got you. I know what you call it about to go before we cap it for this one, because I know we'll be with Con this forever before we change the topic. Tyler, you said you about to go now, or you got yeah, okay, go ahead. I think you muted right now, but go ahead and tell everybody, like, drop your you muted yourself again. Go ahead and drop your IG and all that, wherever anybody can follow. If you got anything going on or something like that, you can go ahead and say it before you sign out.
Okay, Instagram brand _ NUPE Noop. I also have a website. I do a tutoring, virtual tutoring, FIDA, learn, FIDALEARN.com. So you can log on there and look at that and check that out and register for the summer classes, things we have going on. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
All right, man. So like I said, we appreciate you coming on, man. Great insight for that one.
On this Mother's Day.
Yeah, on this Mother's Day.
On this good Mother's Day.
I'm about to be out at Walmart real quick.
Feel free to
feel free call me out like that.
I'm gonna make my run too. Shit.
You just gonna call me out like that.
Feel free to.
I'm trying to have a Father's Day next year. Shit.
Boy, you ain't gonna have no Father's Day. Everybody gonna sit there and say I might as well. But women, I hate that. I might as well congratulate myself since I do both. No, woman, you got your own day. Shut up.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you joining. Whenever you want to come back, man, just let us go through, man. And like I said, great take on it.
All right, good speaking with y'all.
Yeah. Right. So I guess to the lighter side, your boy done came back out. Tekashi. We going back to snitches on this one. All right. Before we switch to Jordan for this one, and I'm only gonna say this. He put up $2 million. So obviously,
those numbers was ridiculous.
And I ain't gonna lie, and I'm mad I say that. I have to say this.
Love Gooba.
But that Gooba kind of slick a banger on the logo. I looked at this and I was just like, man, this whole Yo, this shit, I got it on Apple Music and I listened to it, but I ain't hit the download button yet. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't know. It just comes to a point where do you draw the line where you know this person is a fake and how they trying to act is not who they are, or they showing you that they're not who they are. So why even believe in you?
I think that's part of it. I think that, like, your whole point is the reason. It's like people are asking themselves that, and then they're checking in to see if other people feel like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why he got 2 million views on that live he did, because people were like, man, this dude's the fakest. He snitched. Let me see what people are saying about him. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what happens. Everybody got caught in that trap. I missed his live, and I think somebody sent it to me. Of course, and this don't help, right? When especially like our publications, like supposedly Shade Room and Baller Alert are supposed to be, you know, for us and by us. When they post stuff like that, when they post that he got 2 million views, when they post his video, when they post all his stuff, especially Shade Room. I don't even follow Shade Room, but it'd be in my little explore page, and I'm just like, okay, so we're really giving this guy all this room to first off just openly say nigga, like right. with no consequence, like I mean, I guess, and then two, to be whoever he, you know, to be who he is, and his that song Gooba, or I think that's what it's called, it's number 4 right now. It's like he came out and everything started the same. Now I will say I think he got some favoritism because of him being you know, Hispanic, almost, I guess, you know, he could call himself white, but he uses nigga so much that, you know, he's just a real complex situation in himself for me to even sort of digest what's even going on. I just feel like why is Bobby Smurda still locked up?
Yeah.
I just think it's like, I think that, like, what I don't like is all the theatrics he put up. And I'm like, bro, you don't make bad music, but you did all this type stuff. And like he said, Bobby Smarter. And I just be feeling bad that I like the stuff. But I mean, I wasn't gonna go too into it because, like I said, I know which call don't respect it, so I don't want to be harping on it. But
Yeah.
I don't like that
You
nigga
a
shit
grown
like
man,
that.
bro. You can say what you want. Go ahead.
No, I said I wasn't gonna harp on the topic too long. Not. I ain't gonna say what I feel about it. I just think it's clown, and I just think that you put so much buffoonery out there, and all you did was show. It's funny that again, the farther you are from black, the less niggas don't care about killing you. Like Pop Smoke got killed, somebody else got killed before him,
which is a little goofy. His might have been his own thing.
Yeah, I'm saying I get that, but I'm just saying like in general, like this nigga got kidnapped. George Zimmerman's still alive, but if you follow this code, niggas will touch you. So I just don't get like, do these motherfuckers wear like y'all watch Black Lightning, right?
Yeah.
You remember Lala couldn't touch Tobias because of the thing. Is that what it is with everybody else? You know what I'm saying? Like is everybody got like this spell on it to where everybody can't get touched because we touch each other for less, but it is what it is. I ain't about to go on that one. That was all I wanted to say about that. Jordan documentary, come on. Go ahead.
No. I mean, I'm gonna speak on it, but and I'm a lead with this. Like I never listened to Tekashi, any type of Tekashi music before he went in, you know what I'm saying? Before all the drama before him, like even when he was getting into it with all these different artists, you know what I'm saying? From YG to Ludacris to anybody else. Like the first couple songs of his that I heard was by way of other people, and it just didn't sound like anything that I would listen to on a regular for any type of mood. You know what I'm saying? So I can say that I am completely I don't even know if it's unbiased or biased, but I never listened to it. You know what I'm saying? I never fed into all that. So then when all the stuff come out about him getting into it and like the legal trouble and everything and him getting kidnapped, like you can't miss stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, and then Meek fell right into the trap. So it's just like you come out, you niggas fall right into the trap of it. So y'all build, instead of giving it like Taylor said, like letting it go, y'all give it the attention. That's all he wanted. So
like in the midst of him going through all that, now I'm hearing, all right, you know, he done told on this person, he done told on that person. You know what I'm saying? He done pretty much sold everybody that he came up with. Yeah, and I understand he may have had reasons, you know what I'm saying, to do everything. Like I just saw a video on Twitter the other day that somebody shared. Matter of fact, girl that was at brunch with us in Houston, she shared a video saying, I love, no, not Kiera, but her friend, the one with the hangover glass.
Stretch marks. Oh, okay.
I'm just saying stuff.
I forgot she had sunglasses on. My bad.
Oh man, but anyway,
we need to edit that in post. Can we get girl to suck? No, fuck it. She don't even watch it. She don't even follow it. Fuck out of here. You think I'm just gonna censor myself? You was there. I asked you, did you want it? He's like, oh, okay, I'll look at it later. Lying ass. All right.
So she shared a video saying I love 6ix9ine, and I watched it because it wasn't gonna contribute to none of his views. At this point, it was like a screen record. So he was like, you know, where was all this code and this loyalty at when you was fucking my baby moms? You know what I'm saying? Where was all this stuff at when you was kidnapping me and shit like that? And I'm like, all right, cool. Like you got a reason behind what you did, but instead of doing what you did and breaking that code, why didn't you just handle that amongst yourselves? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you address that with the people that you was around? Why didn't you tighten up your circle? You know what I'm saying? Instead of ratting everybody out. Because that's what they teach us everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be like, if you got siblings, I got 4 siblings. When one of us crossed each other, we didn't go tell mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? We handled it amongst ourselves, whether we was fighting or whether we came up with our own little agreement. Even in the military, handle shit at the lowest level. You know what I'm saying? So why run and tell the authorities when you get jammed instead of taking what you got like a man and then handling it either from the inside or when you come home? I have zero sympathy for any type of rat. My longest homeboy, love him to death, got into a situation since I've been in the military. He had a home like a home invasion type of charge or whatever. Him and a couple other guys snitched on the other guys. One of the other guys posted the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Snitched on the other guys, and dude did his time, came home, and me and my homeboy, like, we stopped communicating because of our own little situation. But after that, like, and then the paperwork came up, I'm like, I love you to death, but I'll never talk to you again because
you don't respect that shit.
You trusted them and they trusted you. Say me and you get into, you know what I'm saying, the most accidental bullshit ever. Now I can't trust you. And then, like I said earlier, a dude sent my brother away for 10 years. Had him dealing to an undercover fed at his home where his brand new daughter was, you know what I'm saying, sleeping at.
Mm-hmm.
And you took my brother away from, well, one, us. I was in school at the time. My brother was paying my way through school. And he had a daughter. And my brother, like, my parents were going through hardships and everything. My brother was taking care of us. And you took that away from all of us. All because you wasn't getting as much money as him. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. See what we do.
All that shit.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I
come out here and drop Google.
I have zero sympathy. I have zero support for any type of rat because, like, you knew what you signed up for one, and you knew the consequences of it. That's with anything. There's a risk and a reward. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you knew the consequences. Enter at your own risk. And if you get fucked up, you got to take that on the chin. You can't be yelling and claiming all this other shit if you're not ready to suffer the consequences behind it. So he still ain't getting no attention from me. You know what I'm saying? I spoke on it the way I did because it affects me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like he shouldn't be walking. And then to Taylor's point, like, we giving this dude all the room in the world to appropriate our culture. I don't give a fuck if you from New York, nigga. You not black. It's a cat that I'm stationed with here that he looks black. You know what I'm saying? But upon doing more research about him, I heard him say nigga one time on deployment, and I said, "Hey, bro, you black? Like, where you from?" For one, I was like, "Where you from?" He's like, "Oh, I'm from New York." I said, "Okay, you like, what's your background? You know what I'm saying? You black? You got something in you? You Puerto Rican, whatever, Dominican, anything?" It's like, "Oh no, bro, I'm white and German." I said, "All right, don't never let me hear you say nigga again, or I'm beating your ass."
Oh, you hit him just like that?
Just like that.
Okay.
Just like that. And we was on the second floor of our deployment barrier, so like we was outside, so there's a balcony and everything like that. I'm like, "Dog, don't ever let me hear you say that again." And I had every opportunity to just knock him over that. Like, don't do that. I was like, I don't know how it is where you from. You know what I'm saying? You probably grew up with a whole bunch of black friends or people that you was comfortable saying nigga around. But dog, I grew up in Indiana where the KKK is still very alive. And I grew up fighting two cats that probably would still be some of my best friends to this day if their parents and their grandparents wasn't so racist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All for them saying nigga to me. So don't ever let me catch you saying that because it may be cool around who you grew up around, but it ain't gonna be cool around everybody else. Like, So yeah, I got a sheer
zero tolerance.
Yeah, no, none whatsoever for that and for snitches. No, never.
I got you on that.
Gotcha.
That's all I got.
So you got all that out, so I'm glad. Listen, I was sitting there I was like, I ain't even gonna cut this with a joke. I was just like, yo, he really up on this point. So I was just like, some things you could be with a joke. I was like, I'm gonna just let him have this. You got this, King. But
I appreciate it.
The last one before we wrap it. What y'all feel about the Jordan documentary and what y'all expecting tonight?
I love it.
It's great. Like, it's must see TV.
You finally got a respectable picture, John. You can talk.
I went ahead and logged in on the phone, man. Okay. I can't do it on the laptop no more.
Yes, that's what I'm on. I can't do the computer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You speak first. Now we can see you.
I think it's great. I think it shows you all the hard work that comes into building a championship team. Not even that, but all the different personalities that make it difficult to have a championship team when it comes to any sport. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get all these different people on the same page and giving they all and playing their particular role to win a championship. So it's great to see all that behind the scenes, and between Dennis Rodman leaving for a little bit, partying and shit. Yeah, right. From Jordan and stuff like that to Scotty's contract situation where he was going to get traded.
I was making more than Scotty.
Right. Think about how all that stuff, if one little thing slipped and it went left, like Scotty got traded, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think it's great TV.
Scotty almost got traded for Tracy McGrady back in the day.
Yeah.
They definitely wouldn't have won another one.
Nah.
Chill out.
They wouldn't have. Sorry, they wouldn't have. You talk about Scotty. You talk about Scotty was basically.
Scotty was a number 2. T-Mac was a number 1. So what you think T-Mac gonna do? It's like Jermaine O'Neal. Jermaine O'Neal was in the league 7 years before I knew Jermaine O'Neal.
No, don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I just told you to chill out because of your tone to T-Mac. I agree.
I ain't that white boy in deployment. All right, I'm gonna say nigga. All right.
Hey, look, I agree. Like T-Mac wasn't no prolific defender. He was damn sure the most prolific scorer. You know what I'm saying, in his prime. But no, they probably could have got 1 or 2, but they wouldn't have three-peated. You know what I'm saying?
No,
definitely not twice.
And
I like it. Go ahead.
I was about to say, I feel like that. Say, what if social media was around?
Jordan couldn't make it, bro. Jordan couldn't make it. That's what it showed me.
They would have fell apart a long time ago.
Like, he wanted to retire the first time. I know his dad had to come into it, but he wanted to retire just off of, like, the gambling. Like, he don't like being the bad guy. And then I like it from the Pistons standpoint. Like, I think that was the first time I really just watched Michael Jordan, so I respect this. You know, he kept the same energy with Isaiah 20 years down, and it kind of, like, lost some points with Isaiah because he done got all political, I guess, because he on TV and all that type stuff. Like, nah, bro, just say you ain't like that motherfucker like Jordan did. I want only thing, like I said, the only thing bad of it is just, like, only thing I don't like about the documentary is, like, niggas coming at LeBron like LeBron not a Jordan fan. I don't get that. Like, you was a such and such. I'm just like, these niggas will never play each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll never play each other. It's not even a comparison. It's not even a comparison. Like, I don't get why people just can't be the best of their decade. Like, Jordan was not the best player of the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Magic and Bird and all them because he got his ass whooped. But he was a man of the 90s. Yeah. Like, Kobe was a man from 2000 to 2010, and then LeBron ascended. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't it just be that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it have to be like something that LeBron, as if LeBron wasn't a fan of him? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all come to him, he'll never do this. You see how Jordan was this? You see how Jordan? I also saw him get his ass whooped by the Pistons and all these other people before he ascended. And on top of that, where Jordan probably fucked himself up in the talk with me is Jordan was the best player in 88 Banks? Was that when Doug Collins was there and he won the MVP? Like, his third or fourth year? The best player.
That's when the threes, the C-Mid threes came out.
Yeah, won the dunk contest, all defensive player. It is weird seeing him wear his shoes. Like, yo, bro, why are you wearing Jordan like you hype beast or something? Like, these are his. And it's funny.
And then, look, I'm gonna tell you something before you finish. Me and James, I don't know if y'all agree. I ain't never seen Jordans look better than on his feet.
Yeah, on his feet, because it's made for his feet. That's why you're right.
I was like, man, he was wearing them shoes. Like, I was like, man, I hate those on other people, but you got it. Work.
It's just funny, like I said, seeing them wear like the Bordeaux and shit. Like, okay, so these actually was a colorway and shit like that. But but like I said, the height is, and then the gold chain Jordan. I'm like, yo, this nigga slick. I don't know what happened to him between like 98 on when he started wearing all this bullshit. But like for the first part, he used to be real fashionable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was there. That's a good point. He was very fashion forward. He shaved his head, got the hoops,
that's why he'll go down as the GOAT to me, because he didn't only have the game, you know what I'm saying? He had the image, like he had the look. He changed the game in so many different ways, just like Iverson.
Sneakers and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
And he made the game, like, before he came in, everybody was wearing little John Stockton shorts, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then he started wearing like his undershorts under him, and then like eventually they made basketball shorts even longer. The only person that did wear short shorts after that was still John Stockton. You know what I'm saying?
I think what people don't understand, like when you put Mount Rushmore, you gotta feel like people that they changed the game for. And this ain't mine, but if I go by that, it would have to be Steph Curry, AI, Michael Jordan, and LeBron. Because LeBron is the change of. There's no other athlete like LeBron playing point guard, playing 1 through 5 position, taking Pooh to the finals twice.
The other person that plays 1 through 5.
What's your first time? What's your first time you referenced?
Zadrunas Algauskas, Mo Williams.
Okay, when they
the
the
first
Spurs?
Cavs when they got swept.
Yeah, when they got
Then
swept by Spurs.
Then the second time when he took J.R. Smith,
Okay,
George
this last
Hill.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's Pooh. It's literally Pooh, and that's why I said the Jordan argument doesn't help him when he had his best year ever and he was getting knocked out. But I mean, of course, the Pistons was a great team, but it just showed how much was in the '80s that LeBron took down the Pistons with Chris Webber when they had a chance to go back. LeBron took down people and still took trash to the finals. Now I don't ever see Jordan beating the Warriors, so I hate when people try to bring up he never faced the Warriors. Like 10 toes down, they beat him. They can beat them like.
And that's what Draymond was saying. Yeah, that's what Draymond was saying. Like it's too fast.
Yeah, like it's
and they
like
too physical.
But see, the thing is though,
points, and the game came down to a point.
But listen, the thing is, when you talk about how the Warriors are playing out and they're fast, yes, they're fast because there's less defense now. You talk about the defense that they had to play back then and how physical it was. They're going to slow the game. You're going to be slowed down because you're beat up. You're tired. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they're not doing as much bumping. You're not doing as much grabbing and all that like they were doing 80s and 90s.
You're not getting the elbow or that rebound after a free throw.
So I hear what Draymond is saying. But the defense was totally different back then. You know?
Yeah,
right.
Like
I mean, he kind of you probably saw the same thing I watched. He even kind of went back on it and was like, I mean, look, they were scoring like 80 points in a whole game
because of that defense. Because you're tired. Y'all saw the clips. How many times Michael drove to the home was getting his ass beat, driving to the hole. You take that now, it's not happening. Now they letting the lane wide open now.
If you put the Bulls in that era up against the Warriors of today, you're gonna have to shoot the lights out against the Bulls.
Yeah,
because you're not getting anything down low.
But then even at the same time, you got 3 niggas that could put up 30 points apiece. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good as the Bulls would be. As good as the Bulls would be, it's only Jordan and Pippen that can play. Like Robin will probably out rebound Draymond. Yes, but at the same time, you're gonna have to double Steph. You're gonna have to double Clay. You're gonna have to double KD.
No, you're not. You're not gonna have to. You're not gonna. Jordan will be guarding Clay, Jordan will be guarding Clay. That's getting shut down. Pippen,
Clay is very underrated. Okay,
I agree. But Jordan was a top-notch defender, dog. We're not talking about this.
Nobody was pulling up from half court. Clay scored 60 points on 13 dribbles in 3 quarters.
And what I'm saying is the defense.
And Clay was an 8-1 defender. Clay is an all defensive first player.
We're talking about which era or which defense they're able to play. You know what I'm saying? If they're able to play the 90s defense, the 80s defense, it's going to be totally different, even if they can pull up from half court.
Steph wouldn't make it.
The Warriors are only going
to damn sure Steph not making it. With the physicality, he's not.
Hey, listen, Steph ain't having no 30-point game on Ron Harper.
No. If Ron Harper was playing D, you got Jordan playing D, you got Pippen playing D, and
Ron
you say
Harper was a 6'5", 6'6" point guard, dog.
I think y'all forgetting. I get it. I think where y'all get it at is y'all act like the niggas gotta take it inside. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying they're able to play defense all around the court.
Yeah, you're not getting shots up on Ron Harper like that. Like he said in the '89 joint when Jordan made the shot, like they put Craig Elo on me instead of Ron Harper. That was a big mistake.
And they lost.
Ron Harper guarded me. If you can guard Jordan up and down the floor, bro, you can guard anybody. I
just don't think y'all putting into consideration how many screens that they set for these people all day. Like Jordan and them are running the whole time. And I think what the Warriors don't get credit for is, one, they were a very good defensive team, and two, that it's a track meet playing them, because Steph is not bringing. It's like you said, he's locking down Steph. Steph is not bringing up the ball. It's Draymond. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at that point, Steph is running off screens, and so is Clay. So the moment that and Steph really needs about as much space as it is between there and there to shoot the ball. So
you're right. So you said Draymond bringing up the ball, right? Who guarding Draymond in your opinion?
Rodman.
Okay, full court. Rodman on you.
Rodman full court. Energy guy.
Are you getting across half court with Rodman on you?
I mean, at that point, you still have KD.
Let me answer this. Fuck no, you're not getting the ball across half court with Rodman on you. No.
I'm not sitting there saying it's going to be a sweep.
You can send Rodman to Vegas for a whole week and put him on you the next day.
Right.
Not doing that, bro.
I mean, of course, again, it's always speculation because they'll never play.
Right.
But like, to just get back to it, like, so I don't go too far. I mean, I just think it's like different eras. I think with them couple years when Jordan was a man, it showed that LeBron can still take poo-poo players to the playoffs, so it kind of hurt him with that one. But I mean, all in all, like I said, it's been a great documentary so far. I like seeing the villainous. I like seeing the shitty parts of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And then I like when he's talking about, bro, the best part about me is just staying in the room and all that type of stuff, because it's like a constant show. And like, he wouldn't have made it through social media era. And I feel like people need to get that to LeBron. Like LeBron, like what that bullshit with Jason Whitlock put up, because
my God.
Because he said something about, like, we got to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that he says is criticized. You know what I'm saying? Because he's LeBron, he can't speak out of anger. Whitlock. Exactly. He's like, yeah, there's no way that you walking outside, LeBron, and you can't do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, that's not what he means. But also at the same time, like, I think he's speaking for black people in general. He's not speaking as LeBron. He ain't OJ talking about, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Right. He still recognizes himself as a black man. And I just think, like, what the documentary just kind of shows there is that, as good as they were, you know, I'm still waiting for the Jordan punch Steve Kerr. I feel like they give him this guy-like quality when he, like, just wasn't shit a lot of the time. And like with the Horace Grant not eating, Shannon Sharp said it best, I would have beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like just to take the aura off of him and just show, like, he really just wanted to be a basketball player. That's all he was. So I'm looking forward to tonight's episodes.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know which one. What's it about tonight?
When he retired.
Oh, okay.
That's the only preview I've seen. That Scotty still had like an amazing season, which goes to show, like, the Bulls will still stack themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they could have made it to the finals. I can't remember what happened. They lost
to Orlando.
Yeah, but it was some call or some. I can't remember exactly what happened.
You was at the game, weren't you?
I don't remember what happened in that series.
Okay.
Front row seat. But no, I don't remember exactly what happened. But they even could have made it to the finals that year with Scotty leading them.
Yeah.
True.
You think that would have? You think that would have beat Clyde and them though in Houston?
Ooh, yeah, that.
Fuck no.
Nah, not with Olajuwon that year. Clyde, yeah, that would have been tough.
No, back to back. But I don't know, Banks, you want to say anything? Y'all want to drop y'all handles and all that type of stuff? Say anything?
Well, before you do that, I wanted to ask John, because I know last time we were together, we were talking college football, and of course, some of our guys got drafted. What you think about J.K. going so late? I think he was like second round.
Yeah. I don't know why he went so late. I don't see what's the issue on him. Probably because he's a little bit smaller, but even then, he reminds me of a littler Saquon Barkley, kind of. So
yeah, that's what I was getting.
Right.
About.
So I don't know why he went that late. I thought.
And where he went? Did he go to Baltimore? Or did he go to?
He went to Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay.
Yeah, which is gonna be that's gonna be something to deal with. You talk about him, Lamar, Ingram on tape. You know, like that backfield is gonna be something to deal with. That's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I'm surprised that nobody picked him up and they let him go to Baltimore. So
yeah, like only one running back went, and that was the last pick, that boy from LSU.
Yeah,
in the first round, only one of them went. I was like, okay, Jonathan Taylor, no, J.K. Dobbins,
right,
no,
exactly.
Okay.
especially Taylor, like Taylor and Dobbins. I'm surprised that they waited so late
Mm-hmm.
to pay them. So I don't know.
Okay.
Y'all got anything to promote, Toodle handlers, anything going on that y'all want to say?
Go Irish, go Colts.
That's why the Colts got Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, just a whole lot of behind the scenes work, man. I'm waiting on my little small business and everything to get off the ground. When I get out the military, I'm trying to handle that first. I'll be out in December, but be looking out for me and my homeboy here to start a podcast called Grown Man Business.
Yeah, look out for that. We're gonna be doing it soon.
Yep. And then what else? Other than that, man,
this December coming up.
December 13th, bro. 10 years.
Damn.
10 years. Give me my 30 and I'm gone. But yeah, man, just follow me, man. Instagram and Twitter. Hey, Tall Dude, all one word. That's all.
John.
Let's see. You got some behind the scenes business stuff going on. We're dealing with RVs and stuff like that, possibly. What else? Trying to get stuff hopefully stuff open up outside so we can get this personal training thing going again.
Yeah, I need that brother family friends discount.
I ain't paying you, my nigga. I ain't paying you, so I'm just gonna let you know now. I'm getting that shit for free.
Man. People think because they know me and I'm cool, like, hey, just train me. I need this, and not paying.
You mean like $25 for a t-shirt?
You
mean like $25 for a t-shirt? I'm just asking.
When I mention money, first of all, this is different. This is investing in your body. I'm investing in your body. So, but anyway, other people be like, yo, no, just train me and this and that and that. We know each other, man. If you don't come out the pocket and let this money circulate,
right.
You got some fucking nerve. You got some fucking nerve.
Let me know. You already know. Let me know.
I ain't paying for shit. Don't let me review you. I'm putting a bad review on Yelp. Look, let me tell you what this that you complained about. Yes. Oh my God.
Yes.
$25.
You gonna give me a Hanes t-shirt?
Don't act like you don't got gold from the original Gold Rush. All right, you got whole nuggets of that. All right, but you gonna complain about $25.
I need that deep south nice cotton. You know what I'm saying? You ain't giving me that really nice cotton. You give me that Hanes cotton.
To that point, hey man, I asked for a blue and a black shirt.
They're not made.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know.
Like they're not made at all. Like you think I'm just sitting there selling like you like the 12th person to ask me for color. But the colors I ain't got nobody, like the person to do it, like I gotta work with the person here that I make the shirts for here. And then like the colors I gotta be shipped to me, but they like that red shirt you got, John, like they don't fit like the white ones. You know what I'm saying? Like the white ones fit normal and then they more expensive. So I gotta wait. I gotta wait for to try to get like them on a good color to do it. But you act like I got like a whole Skittles pack of shirts and I just ain't told you about it.
A whole trunk full of shirts and shit.
Exactly, boy.
I gotta get with you on who made them too, bro, offline and shit. But
I got you. But I appreciate everybody that did get the shirts. We are officially sold out. Colors is coming soon. We'll just as soon as they get through, we'll go ahead and put some more information out. We also dropping 8 more 92 podcast giveaway. So just look out for that. We'll put that out in like the next couple of days. Other than that, Banks, you got anything to say before we sign out?
No, I guess talk about everybody else doing their thing. Me and my fiance we're building our house right now, so we're just kind of waiting on that. We're also appreciate that. We're also still in the midst of planning the wedding. Everything's sort of at a standstill right now, but with everything opening back up, we can maybe get some more stuff going. So that's really been our focus, just trying to have a wedding and build this house all at the same time.
Congratulations on all that, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Congrats.
Yeah. So I already said what I had to as far as what was coming up with me. Other than that, ain't nothing really not working. Ain't nothing really happening over there. So it's just we appreciate everybody that listens. If y'all got anything that y'all want to talk about, make sure y'all hit us up on our Instagram page and Twitter And also hit us up at the8more than92podcast@gmail.com. All one word if you got any type of topic suggestion. And we appreciate y'all listening to us for this powerful rendition of the King's Council. You know what I'm saying? And y'all be good. Peace.
Shit.